Alright guys, welcome to the 74th National Open and Masters Indoor Bowls Championships, June 2024. We're at the Mackay Stadium in Whangarei. With me I have Alex Reid, and popping in and out will no doubt be James Sullivan as he does. Welcome Alex.
Thank you, Candice. Pleasure to be here.
So first game up we've got Jeff Stewart versus Gary Lowe. And what a great game to start.
Yeah, for sure. You got two very, very good draw bowlers. We know that Jeff Stewart's nickname is the Pencil. What was that?
Well, I actually didn't know until 10 minutes ago, but apparently it's because he draws like a dream.
Well, there you go.
His words are, he can draw anything.
He can draw anything. Oh, that's great.
You can hear the executive there just doing their hook controlling duties. So we're getting started at 8:30 for our first broadcast of the 8-day Nationals.
So for those at home that don't know, we are playing 12 ends with a time limit of... Alex, I might need your help on that one. Time limit?
35 minutes.
35. Good. I was going to get it wrong, even though I played all day yesterday. Right, looks like Jeff's going to be leading off. And that's the well to start. We've got the time in the left-hand corner, so you can keep an eye on that. And as we get the first scoring underway, we'll get the scores up too. Jeff's chosen to start with blue, which...
And I think he'll keep with blue for the rest of the game.
You think?
Likely,
oh.
Yeah.
I hope that was the good result for the
Oh wow, what a
graphics
start.
It was a good result for the graphics team. He's blue on the scoreboard, so we'll call it a success. Oh, timer. How good. Gary Lowe on his backhand. He's won the New Zealand singles before in Ashburton in 2000 and whenever that was, 17.
Against Robert Wilson.
The extreme last bowl, if I recall.
Yeah.
On his backhand underneath the head for one.
There was the jack was in the corner of the square, right? No, sorry, corner of the mat.
Yeah, underneath the head.
Oh, Jeff.
Look at this from Jeff.
Draw anything.
Yeah.
Right, we introduced him to say you could draw. Well, there you go.
Phil's arrived.
Ashburton was 2018, Alex. Good try there.
No, it was close. What was Taupo 2017? No, I'm not perfect, James. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
little bowl.
brilliant.
I'm not arguing, Alex.
That's for the best then. So you see Jeff Stewart on his backhand. Most players will know him as a... he started off at Whangarei, didn't he, and moved to North Wellington for a long time, but now domiciled in Christchurch.
Proud South Islander now, Alex. That's literally the one thing he told me to say.
A proud South Islander. That's good to be proud of the South Island. You got cheese rolls.
Tim Shadbolt.
Although cheese rolls are pretty amazing.
I used to think that they were literally just cheese melted into bread. There's a
got
bit more to it.
Onion soup.
And some weird cream cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese mixed through.
There's options, so I'm hearing.
So look at this. The first 5-6 bowls are within a foot of the jack. That's a pretty incredible start for your first game, first round post section.
Yeah, I actually watched a couple of bowls go down this mat when we were testing out the gear on Friday afternoon.
Is he round it?
He's probably a little disappointed he's opened up the draw for Gary though. He would have liked to get around that really clean front if this is N1 right.
Look, there's nothing to hit there, so Gary's just tried to note it on his backhand.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's on this mat, Alex, there's a swing hand and a swingier hand, but lovely and a nice finish on the bowls.
Oh, that's just an incredible start.
But this should get all the way back down.
Look at this.
And I think we're going to have a great week on the desk, Alex. We've got a really lovely mat here. We should get a lot of this.
Look, it's almost motivated me to throw some games so that I get to sit behind here and watch the bowls, James.
You're such a liar. I've never seen you throw a game,
Yeah.
ever.
No, I'm just trying to make a reasonable excuse early on.
I've never seen you motivated. You're not quite a passionate guy. You're pretty easygoing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Carefree.
Yep. Free of care. So Jeff's staying on that hand, away from the bleachers.
Interesting. That's more of an outdoor thing, not going around the world.
It is, yeah. You go backwards and forwards on one side. And Gary having to follow him down. Did you think the bleacher's hand was more swingy?
Nah,
Less swingy?
maybe.
Okay.
I forgot. It was
We'll
like 2
find
days
out.
ago.
Yeah, well, one of them's more swingy than the other.
Only fractionally.
We'll just keep talking. It is our first... very good. Yeah, that stopped it. It's our first broadcast, so we may be sounding a bit fuzzy.
We're still learning here. That's why we're up at 8:30 to learn things for later.
It's nothing to do with the night before. It is the equipment.
Are you prepared? Are you prepared for today? Are you mentally prepared?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'm feeling okay about things. To sit in the commentary, you mean, James, or are we talking about bowls?
No, that one game you're going to play.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm hoping that I let go at least of one bowl pretty good, and then we'll just work from there. It's the way I start any day of bowls, James.
Go from there. Now, Jeff switching here to the other hand.
Now, is it the bigger swing?
Nah.
No. Okay.
No, he had quite a cant on his bowl there, though. It was. I wouldn't call it Jeff's smoothest effort. So I don't think we can read a lot into that bowl.
Yeah, we have to wait for the next one. So Gary Lowe on his forehand again. Just be looking to reach that orange bowl that sits at 5 o'clock to the jack.
I'd love an early prediction from you boys. Who's winning this?
The game.
Jeff's
The
up
game,
1-0.
not the full.
Jeff's up 1-0.
So you're going to claim that he's going to
He's
continue
winning.
with it?
He's winning this. This is what we're talking about.
Oh, James.
Are you asking two blokes who aren't going to pick themselves?
I'm not talking about the entire singles championship. I'm talking about this game.
Look,
boys.
Yeah, Jeff's winning.
If you're a bookie,
Yep, here we go.
Gary has a slightly better singles record than Jeff, but they're both amazing.
I think this is Jeff's ideal mat, though. So I think that brings it a lot closer, and this is a weird sport.
It is.
I saw someone yesterday actively turn down an open draw and actually try and draw in off a wing bowl because they thought they had a better chance
For two.
for two,
And he got
Oh,
it.
wow.
for a draw.
Yeah. Was
It was his
amazing.
birthday. He swerved a ticket from the cops too.
Looks tight here. Oh, but that's the most emotion you'll ever see from Gary Lowe. He looked down.
Yep,
One more to Jeff Stewart.
that is the most emotional he'll get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
He
Right.
knows he's missed one by 8 inches.
Good to see. Is Jeff wearing a... Looks like he's wearing a badge.
Oh yeah?
Really cool to see. What would that be, James?
It's something you pin on your chest.
Man, you're really on
You
form
can
today,
always
James.
always back you for good commentary. Is it hints like singles?
What? Who? Sorry. Who did you say was wearing a badge?
Isn't he? Well, have I just imagined it?
Yeah.
What's on Jeff's shirt?
Oh,
Oh, he's backwards to us down there at the moment.
we're asking a lot from the girls early in to get a Zoom.
It looks like a badge.
And for those that are watching, you can see above the players, above the Mackay Stadium sign, the black tables. That's where we are. So we're nice and handy to
We're
the
far
mat.
enough away that they can only hear if I want them to.
Good bowl.
Correct.
Lovely shot.
Matt will just be warming up a little here. They'll get that little wee foot more run than the first end. Things will be heating up around the stadium. Plenty of people around. There's a lot of people in the crowd here for 8:37.
Probably all got first buy, you would think.
Just wanted to avoid the traffic.
Yeah, coming down to watch early. See Linda Mills there in the background. Sitting on 3 Masters national titles. And Jeff Stewart here looking to sneak around the front orange. He's close. He's stalking it.
Oh, wow.
Great bowl.
I think he liked that one.
That was a great shot. Gary on the forehand. That's classy too.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
a great response. Now you'll see in the top left-hand corner here, Alex, we've got 26 and a half minutes to go.
And that's actually handy to have, isn't it, for a match side?
Yeah, it's good to know. Like we had a really tense moment at the South Island Champs.
Could
And
get lucky.
that's
That was solely because of the wobble, right? The way that it was wobbling.
That
and
we
it hit
can,
that
yeah,
little
yeah.
short bowl.
we had a situation at the South Island Champs where the whistle went between ends, and we had the clock, so we knew what was going on.
Gary here on the forehand. Of
Just
course,
gonna, if he repeats his last bowl, it's pretty good, right?
Interesting.
Or desperate for it to fall and cut a couple out.
It is. It's a badge. He's wearing a badge. No, he's not. He's not wearing a badge. I've imagined it. He should be.
It's just a nice logo, I think,
It'll look
Alex.
pretty if it was a badge.
I'll be honest, I'm actually going the other way, and I'm saying I think it is.
No, I don't think it is. Do you think it's a badge? It's just got the little bar underneath the circle, you see?
Yeah, that's what got me.
That's what got me also. What was I going to say? Oh, yesterday, of course, we had a
No,
bit of
it
an
is
interruption.
purely a logo.
Okay, well,
Lovely zoom there.
it could be a badge. Now, we had a little interruption to play, didn't we? We had the fire alarm go off, so everyone had to down tools
I was
and
desperate
go
for
outside.
it. I played my last bowl at that end and then went.
I didn't. Doesn't happen that often at the Nationals. I remember the 2008 Nationals, there were 2 fire alarms. This one was because someone smelt gas, apparently. And a 6-0 lead early on for Jeff Stewart, according to our scoreboard.
Phil's here.
It's good that he's made it.
Big game against our only junior who's qualified, Alex. One junior qualifying. Who was that?
Tauranga person.
Oh, I was hoping you'd know. You're from up this way. You formerly from Tauranga. I thought you may
Sophie.
have an inkling.
Look, Sophie Stockdale.
I think so.
Ah, or Sophia? Sophie or Sophia?
One of the Gate Par juniors, a great club of juniors at Gate Par at the moment.
Yeah, it's lovely from Gary.
That's a very good bowl.
He's given Jeff his head start. We believe it's 6-0, but we're not super sure.
Just waiting for that score in the background. So, yeah, 6. As you said to Jeff, you get to be 6-0 after 3 against Gary Lowe. He'd be pleased. Look, he's stalking this bowl as well. What a shot.
Here's a man who's up for this game, game 1. Here's a guy who is disappointed to miss out on the Canterbury Ashburton team. This year he's trying to prove his point to the Canterbury selectors, who are all awake at 8:30 on Sunday morning.
I'm sure they will be.
Tuning in to their best player.
Yeah. Now, Gary. How's your line, Gary? Oh. Interesting.
Just struggling to find his weight a little bit. Which is very much unlike Gary.
Jeff started off amazing and has continued to be amazing.
There we go. There's the confirmation of the score.
Beautiful. Michael Turney sitting, watching on.
Now, I'm surprised he's playing this hand,
just
but
gonna-
his decision definitely is all about not giving Gary a wing, right? That's what everything
Yeah.
to do with playing this hand is about. Is he trying to turn his back one round? Is he trying to throw one off the side? I don't know.
Well, he hasn't made the head worse.
Exactly.
So he'll actually be quite content with that, I feel.
There are times throwing it off the side is the best option. You don't want to block the shot you want them to play.
Yep. So what's Gary doing here? What's a shot on from? He's 6-0 down. You just have to try and dead draw it.
It's tough when you're 6-0 down after 3 and you've got a stone cold side nut as option A and B.
But there are still 8 ends after this. There's still so many ends to play.
It's coming out good. Oh, he did very little wrong there. That was a well-played bowl. But it's going to be 8-0 after 4.
8-0 after 4. It's hard, right? But you've got to take a positive from that bowl, right?
Well, he played it well.
Yeah.
Like, he almost could have done nothing more than what he did. You do feel like this is the end of school, though, for Gary to try and work his way back in.
But I tell you what, I've seen some games out there that were pretty streaky yesterday. A lot of them to do with the alarm.
Well, the alarm made a huge difference, didn't it? You think you're halfway through a game and this god-awful noise comes emanating out of the speakers and you go outside for 15 minutes. That is going to change the momentum more. 20 minutes of the games. I spent 15 minutes thinking about my next bowl. It was very stressful.
I knew I wouldn't hit my bowl 20 minutes later, so I had to do it now.
Yeah.
And then grabbed my jersey and went out.
Jeff on the backhand.
I think that one's just a fraction wayward.
So,
A couple of looser bowls here to start from Jeff.
with a little bit of a wobble, he almost took the full green and it's essentially come back to the centre. That's a beautiful drawing hand, isn't it?
Yeah. When you play on that later in the week.
For a practice. Gary Lowe willing it to hold. That's a good bowl there from Gary. Well played.
Alrighty. Jeff, I like that Jeff going to the head here. We have the ability, right, to see Jeff compose himself, right? He's just played a couple of looser ones for what we've seen so far this game. And he's just composed himself, had a look, seen how far away the jack is. You could ask the marker, but just go have a look yourself. There's plenty of time. There's still 20 minutes left. 35
minutes is a lovely time limit for singles, isn't it? That's a good bowl. Yeah. Technically overplayed it slightly.
Because Gary may still be the shot, it's probably a bit quick, but honestly, I'd take that if it was me.
If you, Jeff, with your next bowl, are you trying to play it on the forehand with that little bit of wobble that he's got, do you think? Like naturally his bowl should hold.
This is a fraction under for Gary. It does turn quite a lot late in the piece there. And it sort of takes away the plant that probably Gary was hoping to play with his next one. Interesting times here. Interesting times.
Big bowl here from Jeff. He wants Gary to have to play a bowl to score.
But what you don't want to do is leave him some sort of wing that he can hit the two bowls off, right?
He's gone brave for the trail. That's classy.
That's a great shot. And again, Gary's only option, right? Draw for one.
That's a really good bowl there from Jeff Stewart. He's playing exceptional singles in this match.
The self-reclaimed pencil.
He's given him every chance. He's got every chance.
That's
here,
as
look
good
at
as
this
you
from
could play one.
Low, what a bowl!
Oh, that's a great shot. I hope he hasn't run on too far there. That's a great bowl. He needed this one.
That's one of the best bowls we've seen this game. And we've seen a lot of very good bowls this game.
We have.
That's essentially a game saver, right? He was staring at the barrel of 10-0 down. That's your game. Done and dusted. Put in the bin. Just nutted it on the forehand.
Again, though, like, I played a game yesterday. I lost 6 ends in a row and then won the last 5. Like, it's not out of the realms of possibility, Alex. But it's a bit tougher. I think the trick is here, Gary's got to play 2 good ones to start. Not just one good bowl, but turn that into 2, hold a 2 and put Jeff under pressure, right? I think, and he's probably got to do that most ends now as well.
Yeah. Otherwise the writing's going to go on the wall, isn't it, for Gary Lowe?
So we're playing here with orange and blue bowls. We've got brown and black, and we've got yellow and black in a pool. I'd love to see a purple and lime green. That's where I'm headed.
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think speckled bowls is the next thing for indoor.
Yep.
I reckon speckled bowls would be cool. There's no reason why you couldn't do it.
I think you should be playing with black and orange and blue and yellow. That should be how you mix the sets.
Well, they just have to be contrasting colours, don't they?
Yeah, I think that, and I actually think that would be the best way to have contrasting. The blue and yellow actually come up so crisp next to each other.
We do have orange and yellow at my club at Point Chev, and I'm colourblind anyway, so I've had to put black stickers on the orange bowls, or it just looks like we've got 16 yellowy bowls on the head, but black stickers I can see the difference. So that's good.
That's a fail. Yeah.
Call it a win.
I actually remember playing a Patterson Trophy for North Wellington 7 years ago, and the guy playing 2 in my team, Jim Strawn, I always wondered why he was writing in a notepad. when we were playing a game, but turns out he was writing what bowls went where and what colour they were.
Very colourblind.
So he knew the head because he had no idea. He was looking at 16 round object. So he had to write which bowls were where. He was one stand-up drive away from not knowing anything. That's a great shot from Jeff. He's responded to the pressure like we talked about, right? Gary's played a really good end here. And he's got one chance to pinch the jack and make a number here. I think that Jeff will even tell you himself with the game, part of his game that he wants to work on and get better at is his running game. But that's a lovely effort. If you've got one blue here, you wander up to the head, you look at it, you wander slowly back to the other end, pick up your bowl and say, that's one to me, Gary.
Yeah, that's what's going through his mind here.
Even if it's 2 touches, I'm considering not playing.
Well, you
this.
wouldn't want to be narrow. If you narrow even by a millimetre on the backhand, you're sitting there, yeah, it's a blue.
I think that I'm not playing that.
It could be 2 touches though, because you're keeping last bowl well. It's a lovely time to keep last bowl.
I'm thinking 2 touches here. One blue.
Oh, 9-1 to Jess Stewart. We're at the halfway mark now.
All right, crooked number or bust.
Yeah.
What did you have for breakfast this morning, James?
What?
What's your bowl's breakfast of choice?
I had a muesli bar and a V.
Sounds healthy. You used to cut a grapefruit in half and sprinkle it with sugar, and you sort of leave it overnight, and then you can like scoop the grapefruit out. I thought that was quite a healthy way to start the morning.
Sugar on a sugared fruit.
Yeah.
That sounds
But it's
And
horrific.
you're worried about my sugar-free V and
Grapefruit's quite
and
sour,
OT muesli bar.
so you sprinkle it with sugar
please.
and leave it.
Please,
Pulls all the juice out.
please.
Do like
I was hovering over a jug for a long time, waiting for it to boil so I could have my coffee this morning.
Oh, she was nippy this morning where we were.
I wasn't expecting it to be cold up here because it's the winterless north, isn't it?
I don't mind it. Like, nothing compares to the live streaming I've done in Ballarat, and I don't think
It's the coldest ever been.
anything will come close to that. So this is nice.
Yeah, fair enough. So we know that Gary Lowe's chasing an 8-shot differential here. So big few bowls coming up. He started off well. He needs the weight on this one. Needs it to keep running. Well, it's there-ish. If Jeff Stewart gets jack moving, that's actually a good thing for him here, as you're restricting the number of shots that Gary can score. It's about not becoming defensive, isn't it, when
I
you're
think he's
when you're
doing
leading
exactly
9-1.
that, Alex.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, lovely bowl, great bowl.
Aggressive defence.
He's not pulled back. He's 9-1 up, and he's not playing a defensive game.
I'll be honest, he's got one game.
Just plays the same.
Yeah, that
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
matter. I don't think many shots would change, whether it was 9-1 to him or 9-1 to the other bloke. He'll just always try and outgun you
handy.
on the draw. And
But you only have 3.
if you beat him, he'll shake your hand and say, well done.
Drawing through the split on the forehand here, do you think, James? Or is it a bit more aggressive through the split?
See, the problem we've got here is when you say drawing through something, draw and through are quite different
Well,
things.
you're drawing through to the middle of the square. You're drawing through to a point.
That's what some people will do. There's no way you're keeping a bowl on the mat here.
Me,
Your bowl is going off the end, and you're starting with the word draw. If you said draw the car park, I'd respect it.
car park
I
would
think
be
you're playing,
the
you're
car park would be a
playing
bit
through
excessive.
your head.
Maybe you're drawing the scoreboard.
You're playing
Or
through.
it gets pretty slick out onto the wood.
Oh, he's on the backhand. This is an interesting decision. Oh no, he's not. Is he?
No.
Yes. No.
Nope, he
Yes,
is
yes.
changing his mind.
So what's the logic here? Do you just think it's hard to...
Nope,
now he's on the
changing.
forehand.
Oh, he's not convinced.
This stresses me out when people change while they're down.
Need to stand up and get back down again. No, no, he's actually drawing the split. Yeah, okay. So that's what I said, but not what I meant.
Wow, it's pretty good.
Good shot. That's literally what I said, but not what I was envisaging.
So next up, for those that enjoy watching Masters, we've got a Masters game up next, and James, myself and Alex will all be playing, so we'll have some new commentators, and I believe we're going to have a couple that have never been up here before, so it could be anything.
We wish them the best of luck.
Let's see
Massive
from
bowl
Gary.
here
He's got to
from
get
Gary.
down. Got to get down. Oh.
He's probably going to get one
he's
out of
worth
it,
one.
maybe.
Oh. He might have scummed one, but that's almost a negative result.
So 7 the difference. So that's what you're thinking if you're Gary. You're thinking, I'm 7 shots behind. What's my equation?
Jeff's quite a deliberate player as well. There's every chance we only get 11
11
here.
ends here. That's what you'd be banking on. So you've got 4 ends to do it in. So you're probably up in 2s at this stage for Gary Lowe.
It's going to be hard work shutting Jeff out of the head, but this is a great starter.
Beautiful bowl.
Lovely bowl from Gary Lowe. One of the best to come out of the Southland region.
Oh, he's been one of the best bowlers in New Zealand for 20 years. You know, I think he debuted in the South Island team in it might have even been like the mid-90s, James, as a young man.
He led triples for Uncle Kevin playing 2 in 98, I think.
Yeah, and he's essentially been in one of the South Island team from then through to now. And you go to the Southland Indoor Bowl Centre, which is a wonderful facility in itself, and the low name, be it Graham or Gary, is plastered all over those honours boards.
Synonymous. If there's ever a time to use the word synonymous.
Yeah, it would be them. For sure. It's a shame that it's not on the list. Because that'd be great. What do you think of the Southland floor, James? It's an interesting conversation about centres that play on concrete. I think it's important that when you play on concrete, you also sort of go out to little clubs around the place and play on the other surfaces. We try and make a point of it in Waikato not to only play at the centre hall, but to go out to like little club events and stuff.
I won't name them, but we played we played a Southland team at the Tinwald Hall in Ashburton at the South Island Champs. And I think they struggled to wrap their head around a couple of mats. The
different things, yeah.
Difference and understatement. It's just, Southland's such a good floor, it's almost a negative to play too much there.
So Jeff, he's down. This is the sort of bowl. Feels like a big end.
Oh.
Nutted on the back end for 2.5 for Gary, and say good luck, Jeff.
This is one of those times where it's not the worst time to be 3 inches short.
Corner of the square wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah, like just 3 inches short on the corner of the square.
Yeah, that one.
Look at this here
Not
from
bad.
Gary Lowe.
Oh, that's a fraction unlucky there.
He's very unlucky.
I don't think he knew how much it was going to turn late in the piece.
Yeah.
That's what I was meaning about this map. It's quite a big draw. All right, the pencil knows one way.
He's taken it slightly early in his square, but he's overcooked it, I think. I think it's passing through. This is a big end here for Gary Lowe as he launches a comeback.
Game on.
Fascinating.
Is it 4?
3 conceded.
It is 3.
5-9 the score now.
Potentially 6. Who knows what words were spoken. Lindsay will chuck it up on the board for us in a second after he straightens the jack.
Yep, 5.
Can see there is a large number of people coming into the hall now waiting for their game after the bye. Look at this, it's a lovely shot. Well played. It feels like the comeback's on, James.
It does feel that way.
Yeah, good bowl, Jeff.
Yeah, and he needed that. After dropping a 3 and
Yeah.
putting himself back into the game, he just needed to relax, calm down, do what he does best. That is draw it. And that will give him a lot of confidence to carry on this
Oh,
end.
for sure, because your first bowl's back is good, right? You're not thinking, oh no. Gary.
Oh, wow.
Oh, lovely
There
bowl.
we go. It was certainly looking a bit one-sided for a few ends, but when Gary gets that line and he gets that beautiful draw that we see often. Anything can happen.
Oh. Potentially the shot there from Jeff Stewart. So Gary will follow that down. Look to miss slightly on the wide side, because if you miss narrow, it's not good. Not good news, and it's the big swinging hand. So we'll see him take a nice wide arc here.
Oh, wait a bit of weight, is he? Inside edge.
Oh, that's actually going really well. Maybe he could potentially have played for that. It was underneath the line enough that he could have played for the inside out. It's a good shot. 6 minutes on the clock, maybe 2 ends after this. So 11 ends is probably what we're going to get.
Is Jeff going to go for a little bit of a crunch here, do you think? Like onto orange,
so.
onto kitty, onto orange,
And
bring it back.
If he's narrow inside out, he's fine. So
Yeah.
he's sort of middle of the square weight. Yeah, inside out's okay.
Skinny.
He needs it to hold. He needs it to hold. Oh, interesting. So the challenge here for Gary is he's holding 2. But there's nothing he can do about Jeff's last bowl, because there's always going to be a shot on. So what do you do? He may look to draw past.
Yeah, is he drawing to the side of that last, the back is black, or is he going to be in the way?
Anywhere along the line on the square. He's taking a nice big arc here.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it going to be in the way? Don't go. Oh.
Yep,
Yep,
that's good
that's
bowl.
really good.
He's made it a half bowl target now for Jeff Stewart. 5 minutes left, so this is we're going to get 11 ends in.
And Jeff has to be careful here. If he's skinny like he was in that bowl with that weight, and he gets that orange middle, yeah, could he drop a 4? Could his blue pop off?
Potentially, if he's narrow.
If he's narrow, like he was, no, he's definitely gone wider. He's adjusted.
That's lucky. That was a really fortuitous result there. Sort of.
One orange, I think I heard Jeff say.
Oh. Okay, so Gary scored 1. He'll be happy, and he deserved to score a shot, so he's 3 up. It's going to be 2 ends after this. And I'll be back in a minute, Candace. Good luck talking.
Oh, brilliant.
Just pretend I'm here.
Right, guys, so Alex and... Oh, James, you're back. Brilliant. So Alex has just left us. We've got 4 minutes to play.
And Gary scored a 1.
Yep, he sure did. He,
minutes,
at
he's
one
got
point
2
looked like he
ends.
might score a 4, so I think Jeff...
Had him under pressure again, didn't
Yep, he did.
Or we're going to see that for 2 more ends. And we're going to see either Jeff rise to the occasion.
Will we get 2 ends in here?
Yep.
3 minutes? Oh,
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm thinking and we've got only 2 ends to go. We don't. We've got 3 ends to go, but we'll only get 2 in.
Yes. Alright, bit of aggression here from Gary. Just trying to take the jack off centre or get right through that bowl.
wow.
And yeah, that's very well played. I love the speed choice there from Gary. Jeff there out pretty wide. Have to work the whole way down. Reasonably good bowl. That'll...
I have returned. What have I missed?
Gary's got Jeff under pressure again and would love just to sit a beautiful back
Good
nut
line.
here. He's getting quite a way down. That's pretty good.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because he knows this is his penultimate end. So if he scores, he's within reaching distance. If he drops even a 1 shot here, the game is very unlikely to go his way. So it's essentially a must-score situation for Gary.
He's probably a bit annoyed that it run on 6 inches and gave Jeff just a chunk through this blue. I don't think Jeff could hit the blue and it go bad for him.
Is he heavy?
Just that
He's
little
just
bit
trying to draw
lazy.
it round. See, I would say you and I, Alex, would have been probably 5 or 6 more.
Well, enough that if
meters
you
through that.
half a bowl narrow, you're still going to get movement.
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, Jeff plays 1 game, score irrelevant, mostly.
It's a big moment here. So Gary's going to just add more pressure on. If he can score on this end,
Brent's good.
all the momentum is with him. Wouldn't want to move the jack. Oh, Good bowl.
Oh, creates now another option on the forehand that Jeff won't take.
A minute 47 left.
Oh, he couldn't.
You
He
don't
couldn't
wanna-
camp a minute 40, could he?
No, I was going to say, it'll be a fair effort if he managed to take a minute 47.
Look at all the angles. Nah, he's just trying to draw the blue onto the jack.
It's essentially a game-winning opportunity here for Jeff Stewart. Taking it from the corner of a square, so it should dive. I think he's wide. Wouldn't want to sit that down.
Or one or
just
two
about
could be
set
interesting.
the orange
here.
in for 2. Fascinating game here. Ran out to a 9-0 lead, and we saw Gary play that bomb of a bowl for 1
Yep.
when he was 2 down, and now 8-9 last end.
Tell you what, if you
what
offered
a
this to
game.
Gary 25 minutes ago, at 6-0 after 3, he would say yes, please.
But look, it comes down to the class of someone who, when the jack is trailed to the end of the mat and they're 2 down with an inch to draw, at like 9 or down on the head, can just draw the shot.
Draw the shot,
You know,
keep in the game,
and that's what he.
and this is what, right?
Absolutely.
And this is a great start. Right on jack. Or just off, but with a matter of 35 seconds to go. This will be obviously the last end. Didn't make 12 ends in this one.
All right. Starting to see a bit of nerves here. Just falling off the weight of fraction there, Jeff. Both players just underplaying half a roll, which is... Can't blame them under the pump.
And look, they'll know it's the last end as well. 11 ends is about right when you've had a tight game in 35 minutes.
Just noting there, 9-8. Jeff Stewart. We're about to see a whistle.
Are we going to see an extra end on our first
Lock your
broadcast
ears.
game?
Oh, the clock works.
I'm wondering if Jeff did not know the time with that reaction that he's just...
No, I think it just spooked him during his delivery. Nah, genuinely. So he's got to reset himself.
It's fascinating too because barring the final, you've actually probably got more people watching this than you may have watching the final.
That's always the way.
You know, like it's the first round, the hall is full, it's your television mat, so the stands are actually full of people watching.
And you can hear the crowd, the noise, the walking.
As the games finish, the noise will grow because everyone's talking about how they went. It's going to be a really challenging end to play, isn't it?
Yeah. And we do have 2 mics down on the floor, so we can hear a lot of what's going on.
How's your weight, Jeff? This is close.
Not
That's
bad.
a good bowl. Well played.
I want to see Gary effectively follow that down, will we? He might pick up
Big
the
bowl,
jack
Jeff.
slightly, or he'll just...
Big bowl. He'd
Dead
be
draw for
G'd
kitty.
himself up there too.
It's a huge bowl.
He'd be drawing on all the reserves, all his experience. Yeah. I'd like to think Gary was 6 to 8 inches through the white here. Yeah, that's definitely the speed he played. Just a fraction wide. By that playing that weight, he had a slightly narrower target, but all but wraps up the game if he plays a perfect bowl, right?
Correct.
Now, Jeff. Is he playing on the backhand round to the back orange and just sort of playing for cover? You don't want to... It's tough, right? That's hard to get. It's hard enough to get for Gary here. That you almost want to leave him the draw. If you can sit a bowl right on the orange, the back orange, I would say it takes away all the 2s Gary has. Ish. And it leaves Gary with just a draw for a draw.
You can see Jeff's just taking his time. All those things are going through his mind. He's got the benefit of last bowl if he does have the shot taken against him. Exciting start to the broadcast. 3 more days of broadcast, of course. Candace, post-section of every event will be broadcast by the mat side team. So it appears the day after tomorrow, and triples and 4s. And the academy match as well, is that being
Correct.
Yep, the academy too. When's the academy?
Wednesday after the triples.
Wednesday. So lots of bowls to watch, and you can find the links are all on the Matside Facebook page. And there's a list of about 400 links there next to the event that is being broadcast. Saw Keith Setter in the background. Do you know what his nickname is?
No?
Irish Setter the dog.
I have no idea what that is.
An
Neither
Irish
do
Setter.
I.
So his nickname is Irish.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I saw him before. I'm not sure where he is now. He'll be one of the shiny heads in the audience.
One of many.
See, Nash Smith's got a cap on to avoid that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Jeff's taking quite a long time here.
Is it too long?
Well, I don't love it.
Yeah.
Either for Jeff or for Gary, to be honest. I don't think you need to take quite that long, but I suppose it's national singles is pretty important.
It is a difficult decision here.
Oh, there's so many variables, isn't there?
Yeah. Sometimes I get caught in my own head and realise I've got to play a bowl soon.
I almost think you leave the forehand on and just draw the corner of the square on the back end. Go, if you're good enough to play a bowl, you can. And
I'm glad you were listening 2 minutes ago when I run you through that.
Is that what you said?
Step by step.
I wasn't listening
Thanks
at all.
for tuning in, mate. It's good.
I wasn't listening at all, but I'm pretty pleased that we came to the same conclusion, James. That must mean something, eh?
There we go.
Jeff didn't, but
You know, he didn't agree with your option.
Yep. Irish has walked onto screen on the far right. You can see him there with his little mat.
all right, Jeff
And a
out
shiny
here,
head.
way too wide. He might be worried about something down there. He might be worried about turning through the front stuff, maybe.
So his logic is still that he's left the forehand shot on,
Yeah.
and he's backing his last bowl to recover if Gary does play a good one.
Maybe he doesn't think Gary can get the whole way back down to the jack and move it for a couple.
And Gary won't take his fault. He'll know what he wants to play.
He's been looking at it for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Does Jeff have to play his last bowl?
This is close.
He's kept his speed.
This is close here from... Oh, God.
Oh,
He's
Yeah,
played that like he had second shot.
He might have. He's put the ball on the square. Is he holding one? Look, bowls is a funny thing.
He'll
If you're holding...
he'll look at Gary if he's got it. No. He's looking from this side. I'd ask the marker too.
He is asking the marker.
The marker looking pretty stressed out being asked this question. You wouldn't want to trip over, would you?
Well, it depends if Gary's holding or not. Good Southland man.
That's great.
Find a way to toe the head.
Look, you'd hate to... I suppose for Jeff, if he decides not to play bowler, his worst case scenario is last end, extra end last bowl, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not the worst result, because it doesn't look like an easy hit. You could play a bowl and sit down, give the shot away.
Yeah. If you're anywhere not sure, you're playing the bowl because
And if you
in
go
theory
wide,
there's no danger except a sneeze.
Correct.
and you go wide on that hand, and you haven't got a lot of danger. It's not the swingy hand. It's
Well, they both turn enough that you get the whole way back easily anyway.
Yeah.
yes, but it doesn't swing in.
So he's
It's
playing it,
much.
so it must be close enough for there to be conjecture, and that's
That's
not
interesting.
I think we're going to have the umpire coming over.
interesting. Well, what a way to start. Does anyone know what mat I'm on, by the way?
I have no idea either. I'd like to know.
Maybe we just check that before we go down to play bowls. If this
I mean,
game's going to go to an
you
extreme.
realise they've got to put this result in before they run the spreadsheet and put the mats on it.
I mean, this. Yeah, okay. I got nothing back from that. Oh, yeah, because we wouldn't know what mat we were on, would we? Spies. Yeah. Thanks, James. We'll just leave that. I'm on mat B.
Oh, I don't even know that.
Oh, there we go. So it's been decided. Do you want to close the broadcast out, Candice?
Sure, thank you guys. So that is a win to Jeff Stewart in our first broadcasting event. We will be back in, I'd say, 15-ish minutes for the first of the Masters events. Catch you later, guys.